What's up, guys? Chase here. This video was actually intended for yesterday, but I figured I'd make one today, seeing as how we got some new information, and a bunch of people are probably going to be making retraction videos today. Thank God I didn't do it either. Now, the thing is, my video was not going to be so angrily. I actually was going to bring up some good points. So, as the title goes, we're talking about Rise of the Tomb Raider and the big old blowout about the exclusivity for Microsoft that went on at Gamescom yesterday. You can hear Melanie in the background. She did her video, link in the description below if you want to watch her reaction. I'm sure she'll have her own video later on about the new update. Yep, she'll have an update video as well, but I'm going to talk about the exclusivity and what Microsoft Director Phil Spencer cleared up some of the confusion. He said the sequel to last year's reboot will indeed be a timed exclusive for Xbox One and 360. I didn't know this was coming out in 360, so that's been 100% confirmed as well. He has said, quote, I have Tomb Raider shipping next holiday exclusively on Xbox. It is Xbox 360 and Xbox One. I'm not trying to fake anyone out in terms of where this thing is. What Square Enix does with the franchise in the long run is not mine. I don't control it, so all I can talk about is the deal I have. I don't know where else Tomb Raider goes. He was asked then flat out if Tomb Raider was a timed Xbox exclusive. Spencer replied, yes, the deal has a duration. Adding later, obviously this deal does have a duration. I didn't buy the IP in perpetuity. So everyone calm down. It's going to be on the Microsoft systems for a little bit, and then it will come to possibly PS3, PS4, and PC. So everyone that freaked out, I'm going to drop names here, especially Angry Joe, Francis, Bookie 10988, but then he had a more calm approach to exclusivity, and I can't even think of others. But those are the two that stuck out that made like really, really vile and vicious, angry videos. Well, to be honest, Boogie 298's character Francis is a character, but he did have one where he said, exclusivity is a bad thing. Now, I wasn't so upset about this, mainly because I was looking at this as from the perspective of, let's say, Platinum and Sega with the Bayonetta series. How they wanted to do a sequel, but Sega wouldn't allow it because they didn't think it sold well on the 360 and PS3. Then Nintendo stepped in, talked to Platinum, and say, hey, we'll put Bayonetta 2 on the Nintendo Wii. And then they worked out some deal where they would remaster Bayonetta and put some Nintendo stuff in there. I thought that's what they were doing with Tomb Raider, because if you listen to all the reports, even though in people's minds, Tomb Raider was a massive success. It was on PC, 360, PS4, and then they made Game of the Year editions, and then they made definitive editions on the next-gen consoles with the Treyarch made Lara look prettier, and the fire and the smokes were prettier. It's the same game, but better graphics. I thought that was what was happening with Rise of the Tomb Raider, where, because no matter how well we thought it did, Square Enix still came back and said this was a major disappointment. We thought it was going to sell better. They thought they were going to make GTA money, and you can't make GTA money. GTA money is impossible at this point. So Mel's just going back and forth. It's going like It's cracking me up. That's what I thought Microsoft was doing. It's like they rolled up with a truck full of money and said, hey, we know you want to make a sequel. We're willing to front the money as long as you put it only on our Xbox consoles. And maybe in that part of that deal, that's what Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix weren't allowed to say during the conference. It says this will be exclusive on the console because Microsoft's funding it. Hey, if Sony came up to us with a truckload of money and said, hey, we want this to be a PS4 exclusive, I'm sure they would have taken the money as well, and then and everyone would get on Sony's necks. I don't think as much as Microsoft, because Microsoft seems to be the company to hate because of all the backwards compatibility, not the backwards compatibility bullshit, the always online DRM that the Xbox One was going to have at launch, but they've flipped the switch. You know what? Microsoft haters out there, I don't like. I'm not hating on Sony. Put this. I'm not hating on Sony. I actually like one of the announcements that came out for Gamescom, where they're going to have a shared game feature, which if you have a game that's either competitive or co-op multiplayer, you can share that with somebody on your friends list and play together. They don't need to own the game. Let's say you have one of the big examples of this was going to be is Far Cry 4, and that's going to be co-op. You can share your copy of Far Cry 4 with your friend, and they can play with you even if they don't own the game. I think that's awesome. Now, Microsoft's going to be the console I go for first, mainly because of my name, Achievement Whore. I need the console to do the show and make the achievements. I'm already a year behind, so I need that system for that. Will I get a PS4 in the future? Most likely. There's a lot of cool stuff that's going to be on there. Uncharted. I would like to play The Last of Us Remastered. I haven't even played The Last of Us on PS3 yet. I've just been swamped with other stuff. So this is going to be... I'm kind of getting off track here because I'm talking about Rise of the Tomb Raider. Like I said, today I'm looking for a lot of retraction videos because everyone jumped the gun a little bit too soon. All the information was out. Have I been guilty of that before? Of course. Have there been any retraction videos in the past? Of course. I'm trying now to not jump the gun on stuff like this. I've been right on some stuff. Roger's WWE Network fucking sucks. And my comment section on my video has exploded with dissatisfied Canadians. I'm actually thinking of making my own personal how to get WWE Network onto PS4 and fuck Rogers. You know, because I've done it and it works. You have to pay a little bit more than you would for Rogers Television and for the channel itself, but you know what? In the long run, it's worth it. So, yeah. Again, so about the exclusivity, it doesn't bother me as much. Like, if someone wants to take an IP and just say, "Hey, I only want to develop it for one system," as opposed to go out for the others. I'm okay with that because, you know what? It probably... I'm not a games developer. I don't know what it's like to develop for, you know, multiple consoles and systems. It probably costs a lot of money. That's why Nintendo's not getting all these third parties, because it's probably costing them a lot of money to put it on the next gen consoles and not on the Wii U. You know, if one company was just like, you know what, this game's good, but let's go with Nintendo on this one. That's what we need. That's why I'm glad that Bayonetta 2 is going to be on the Wii U exclusively. Because if it wasn't on the Wii U, probably no one else would get it if it's spread out across 3 different platforms. Because I know it's on the PC and the 360 and the PS3. And, you know, as long as it's on one console, you know, at least you get to play it, right? As opposed to not at all. Because it's going to cost like a shit ton of money just to put it on other stuff. So, yeah, those were my reactions for yesterday's announcement. Today's announcement, I think everyone can rest a little easy knowing that Phil Spencer got exclusivity for, I wasn't trying to not make my webcam shake here, probably because I'm my hands on the desk. Phil Spencer got exclusivity for the Microsoft for a while. So, all you Sony guys and gals, and your PC guys and gals, your PC master race, it's coming to your systems, but Microsoft's just going to get it first for a little bit. So I think we all need to cool our jets a little bit. And next time an announcement comes up, look at things constructively before we start going, "What the fuck?" Anyways, y'all have a good one. I'll see you next time.